Welcome back. CBS News has obtained documents from Homeland Security with new numbers coming out of the immigration crackdown in Charlotte, North Carolina. Fewer than a third of those arrested by Border Patrol were classified as criminals. CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez joins us live for much more on those documents. Camilo, thank you for joining us today. What did these documents tell us about claims from the Trump administration on this specific crackdown?
Mugo, you may recall that earlier in November, the Trump administration, when it announced the operation in Charlotte targeting people suspected of being in the country illegally, it said that that operation would primarily target people who are dangerous criminals and are also in the country unlawfully. But a Department of Homeland Security document that we obtained here at CBS News indicates that out of about 270 arrests by Border Patrol agents in the Charlotte area last week, fewer than 90 of those detainees actually were classified as criminal immigrants. That means that about 1/3 of the people arrested by Border Patrol, as you see on the screen there, were in fact in the country illegally, but also had criminal charges or convictions. That further underscores that the Trump administration's crackdown on illegal immigration, Mugo, has not been limited to just dangerous individuals and criminals, but has in fact also swept up many immigrants who, yes, are in the country illegally, but otherwise have no criminal charges or convictions. They are non-criminal immigrants who are facing civil immigration violations and charges. We are told by U.S. officials that the next target of Border Patrol's crackdown in major Democratic-led cities is New Orleans, and that operation, Mugo, could start as early as the first week of December.
Wow. And Camilo, Homeland Security also announced a new country is now on the list of terminated temporary protected status. What are you learning about that?
Well, Mugo, just to level set, the Trump administration over the past year has mounted an aggressive effort to curtail and dismantle most temporary protected status programs. They allow, those policies do, immigrants who are from crisis-stricken countries to work and live in the U.S. lawfully because the government has determined that returning them to their home countries is unsafe and dangerous. The administration has moved to terminate TPS protections for hundreds of thousands of immigrants from countries like Afghanistan, Cameroon, Haiti, Nicaragua, Nepal, also Venezuela, and Syria and Sudan, and has made them eligible to be arrested and deported. Now it is announcing that it will terminate the TPS policy for about 4,000 people from Myanmar, a country that is still very much in deep political crisis and facing a civil war that started in 2021. In fact, the United Nations says that that conflict has killed thousands of civilians, Mugo, and displaced more than 3.5 million people. The Department of Homeland Security in that announcement said today that it acknowledges that there are still humanitarian challenges in Myanmar, but said extending the TPS policy for that country is not justified because country conditions, according to the department, have improved to some degree, and that it is contrary to U.S. national interest to continue that program, saying that the U.S. cannot adequately and properly screen people from Myanmar, and that some TPS holders from that country are actually under investigation for potential national security or immigration fraud issues, Mugo.
Okay, Camilo, thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate it.